Hello, and welcome to this tutorial video. In this video, we will show you on how to accept and deliver projects on Freelancer.com. Once you have submitted your proposal, you may receive a notification that the client would like to set up an interview, or maybe even engage with you immediately. In some cases, you may not hear anything at all. Clients are not required to respond to all proposals, so keep your options open by submitting proposals to other projects as well. If the client requests an interview, reply quickly with your availability and find a meeting time that works for you both. This will increase your chances of winning the project. After you place a bid, normally the client will initiate a conversation if they decide to hire you. A good communication is the key to maintain a good and healthy relationship between you and the client. You control how you get the work done, and your clients will rely on your expertise to get started. Before you start working, consider setting up a kick-off meeting or writing a message to your client. Another popular action is to establish a client communication plan that details how often you'll report on progress. You can communicate with your client through messages, email, or chat, but choose one method and stick with it to avoid confusion. This is an example on how client will initiate a conversation. During the conversation session, be honest with the client. Do not give false promises. If you are able to do it, or not able to do the task, do let your client know. Do mention to the client if you are comfortable with the requirements and the payment, and request kindly for the project award, and the milestone created. For the payment, it is good if you are able to request to create a full milestone. If not, do ask for a half milestone. It is not advisable to start the work without the client pay or create the milestone. At the milestone section in this video, you can see the milestone request and milestone. The milestone request is the milestone payment that you request for the client to create or pay. The milestone area below is the created milestone. Can you notice the difference? Once a particular task is done, you can ask the client to release the created milestone. You will be paid once the client releases the milestone. After the client releases the payment, it will be reflected in your account. The figure is shown on the top right corner of the browser. The Files section is for you and your client to share files used in this project. Certain clients prefer other methods such as Google Drive, Dropbox, and etc. However, you can go for whatever the client is comfortable with. Make sure to upload your work file here in Freelancer.com as well, for record. Your contract is complete after you've delivered the final product or the number of hours needed by the client. Your client has the opportunity to rate your work from 1 to 5 stars with a final feedback. They can also provide you with a private recommendation rating, and leave a note about their experience. Update your portfolio once a project is done. You can add an image, or link to the final product, if the client permits it. Now, let us go through what we have covered so far. To accept an offer, these are the important tips you need to remember. Be flexible. Do your homework. Be professional. Be honest and end on a positive note. Here are the tips for delivering a project. Stick to the stipulated terms. Always update the client, preferably with screenshots. Track your working time. Be proactive, honest, polite and professional. Gain the client trust. Manage your reputation and profile. And lastly, update your portfolio once a project is done. And that's it from us for now. Thanks for watching this video.